Yo, what up, Wolfpack? This the Blind Wolf, and we back at it again. Big shout out to the homie Banky Pound, TBP Nation. Big shout out to J Hardcore and Hardcore Boxing News. Big love to the homies. Now, these not just gonna be prison stories, I'm telling y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all how my life changed when I came home, how I had to learn how to live as a blind person and life as a blind person. Learning to live as a blind person, I had to go to school and, you know, learn the tricks of the trade. But we're going to get into that later on. Right now, I got something on my mind that kind of like was on my mind since last night. One of the first times I seen an altercation as a visually impaired man in prison, and I was in a tight spot and needed to get away from this crazy mess and couldn't really see like that to get away from the foolishness. Man, this was crazy. So one day we go out on the yard and everybody lifting weights and doing what they do as usual. And the way the penitentiary set up, when you go into the weight pit, you right before you get to the weight pit, to your right is a basketball court. It used to be like a handball court as well, but it's a basketball court. And then you walk a little further in front, it's the weight pit. To your left, you'll have another basketball court, and then it's the school. But if you would go to your right, you could go up a set of stairs, and there was some universal equipment in there that you could lift weights with as well. And dudes would go up in there and they would, lift with the universal weights. So this particular day, I'm in there and I'm working out with the universal weights as well. And I'm with my homeboy, and we kind of like in our little zone, everybody rocking and rolling, having fun, laughing and joking. And it's a group of dudes in the corner, laughing and joking, smoking their little grass. And it's a crowd. So you really can't see through a crowd if you are a CO and you across, the basketball court, and your line of view is supposed to be like what's going on here on the basketball court, what's going on in the weight pit, what's going on inside of the gated in part where the universal equipment and stuff is, and what's going on to your right and to your left as an officer. Well, if you got 20, 30 dudes, piled up in a corner, I don't care how good you think you can see, you're not going to be able to see through 20, 30 dudes piled up in a corner. So I'm inside of the weight pit working out with the universal weights, and I just so happen to get up from off of the weight bench. And I'm pushing 295 on that joint at the time, feeling good about myself. So we over there going in rotation, and kind of like the end of the yard period, it's like a little commotion going on in the back. You hear, so I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on over there? Then I hear bing, and all of a sudden when I hear the bing, I see dreadlocks just like flying everywhere. And I'm like, yo, what the heck is going on over there? And mind you, I can't really see what's going on up in here. And inside of this caged in area, it's shaded off. So I'm not getting the sunlight like I would if I was outside of this gated in part of the weight pit. Man, like I said, you see dreads start to fly all over the place, and you don't want to be, put out there like that, like, oh, I'm trying to hurry up and get away from this stuff, and then you alerting the COs, and then the CO get to looking over there and seeing what's going on. So you kind of like want to move smooth, like, but I can't see what's going on, and now I'm getting nervous, and everything kind of like wavy in front of me, and I'm still like learning my steps in the penitentiary, and I don't know my steps like this inside of this universal pit. So I'm tripping over stuff, banging into things as I'm trying to walk up out of there. But the whole time I'm trying not to be noticed. Man, this was a crazy situation to be in. So I'm thinking to myself, like, man, my life then flipped upside down. I can't run. Like, this is where my mindset is now. Even though I got my glasses on and things are coming in a little more clear, I'm still not 100% with my vision. My vision is really off. I still have a depth perception problem. So all of that plays a factor. And now I'm really just trying to get from out of this weight pit area, get away from this nonsense so that I'm not caught up in, getting locked up, having to go on an investigation, because I heard that bing, I just didn't know what it was at the time. And man, we get back inside, we get on the flats at everybody going lock in and then come back out after they did celebrate. Come back downstairs and I get to talking to dudes, and man, come to find out dude got smacked with a 10-pound dumbbell. They was talking about he had to get from above the yard for whatever reason. But man, when I tell you, paranoia set in all of a sudden, because at any given time when, commotion jumping off like that, it can turn into a big brawl. And I'm inside a caged in area. It's all of these universal equipment, bolted to the ground, poles sticking out everywhere. You can really get messed up. And me, I don't even need nobody to mess me up. I might can just turn and just walk into something and bing, knock myself on down, put some knots all on my head, cherry myself on up. I ain't trying to go through none of that. Needless to say, this was the last time that I went inside the weight pit and worked out with any universal equipment. Everything other than that was outside on the regular ground part close to the basketball court with it. It was dumbbells and weights, well, free weights all over the place. I'd rather be in that open spaced area than to be caged in. And it's only a certain amount of people that can really fit up in there, but you know how dudes are. They gonna cram as many people in as possible. And man, it was just so tight, and it was a awkward situation, difficult for me to maneuver and get from around all of these different dudes without making myself look obvious for trying to just wanting to get away from somebody getting their head bust. I'm not trying to get my head bust, and sometimes you gotta keep all of this in mind. Something might be happening to one person as a diversion for something to happen to somebody else. So you got to keep all of this stuff in mind. And I'm trying to keep all of this stuff in mind while still going through with my everyday life as a visually impaired man in prison. Man, this was a crazy, crazy time. So I come back outside in the yard the next day. The next day is dreadlocks all over the place. COs didn't get that stuff cleaned up. It was really messed up. The dude, from what I was told, definitely had to get sent to an uptown hospital. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to him. All I know is he wasn't on the yard no more, and whatever he did, and whoever he did it to, they was not playing with him. They put that 10-pound dumbbell on his dome piece, knocked some dreadlocks out his head. And that was like the talk of the yard for I don't know how long. And I'm still thinking, like, man, I'm in prison blind around this type of madness. This is madness for real. These dudes do not care. They will definitely lay you down over the pettiest of things. And I don't know what their situation was, but I definitely know and open my eyes up to certain places I'm not going to be. I can't be in no closed in areas. I need to be somewhere where it's open and I can get myself up against a wall and I'm not, surrounded by a whole mob of people and I'm locked in a tight area around a whole mob of people. I can't never put myself in that situation no more. So that was one of the major things that, started making me be a little bit more vigilant for myself when I was in there. And now that area of the penitentiary, it really started, becoming a little dangerous. Because every now and then I was seeing another assault inside of that universal workout area inside of the weight pit. Man, it was vicious. Like, you literally seen dudes get sanctioned back there, and in that little corner, nobody can help you. Nobody can help you. If somebody got a problem with you and they finesse you up in there, man, that's a wrap for you. That's a wrap for you. You getting done in and getting done in dirty. And getting done in dirty. And one of the major things that I try to keep in mind was, man, I can't let nothing happen to my glasses. I can't let none of that, because they ain't getting ready to give me no more. And I need these glasses every day. Every day. So, yeah, I'm going to keep myself on up out here. And this way I can see what's going on a lot more. I might can't see everything, but I need to see what I can see. And this is the truth. And this is coming from the blind wolf. Definitely make sure you keep your mind on the fact that when you're in prison, anything can happen at any given time. It ain't no warnings. Ain't nobody got to tell you this is going to happen. It's just going to happen. Because you don't know what's going on with everybody. You can't read everybody's mind. But you definitely got to be your own protector. You know how they say, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. And you better be your own keeper. Because it can go down at any given time. And somebody can knock a plug of hair right up out your head. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to be on somebody's transportation, going to somebody's hospital, and that's that. That's that. You're another statistic. Everybody going to be talking about you on the yard. Everybody going to be talking about you on the yard until the next incident pop up. And you don't want to be a statistic. You don't want to be the one that's talked about like, yeah, such and such got flew up out of here. Such and such had to take that trip. Man. And I'm thinking to myself, I got to keep my glasses protected. Man, y'all be good. This the Wolf Pack. Remember them 5 P's. Proper planning prevents poor performance. If you properly plan for your life, you won't have to go through nobody knocking no dreads from up out of your head. Like, share, and subscribe to the Wolf Pack channel. We are in the building. Wolf Pack. Let's get it.